Thanks for joining. I wanted to share with you some artwork that is inspired by the state of Maine, Maine-ly, Maine. I had the fabulous opportunity to visit Maine in August, and I was able to do some plein air painting. So I was painting outside, and I do have a couple of paintings that are a result of that effort. And in addition, what I did is bring together some of my other Maine-inspired artwork from previous trips. So I hope you like it. I'm going to flip the phone. If you do have any questions, please jump right in and let's get started. So let me flip the phone so you're looking this way. And actually the first thing I wanted to do is to say that I do have a live art show happening now. I'm just going to log in. Oh, here it is. So it is here we go, onto my laptop. Sprucehead Island Live Art Show. You can follow along on my website, which is www.emilygilmanbeezley.com. And let me actually show you how to get to this page from a navigation perspective. So if you go onto my website, up here in the left-hand corner, yeah, I'll just highlight that. Click on that, and then down here you'll see Sprucehead Island Live Art Show. So go ahead and click on that, and then you are ready to go. Here you have a little picture of me painting outside. It was such a lovely, lovely visit. All right, so the first painting that I wanted to share with you is this Sprucehead Island Harbor. So this was actually the view from where I was staying. There's this beautiful large tree, some boats in the harbor, these beautiful evergreens, and a lovely sky. It is signed here in the lower right. Now, I do have the edges painted. So what you can do is you can actually hang it like this. And then I also happen to have a frame. If anybody wants it with this painting, just let me know. Show you what it would look like. So I didn't frame it because I know framing is so particular. Let me back up a little. Hopefully you can see this. Or you know what, let me do this. Okay, so you're looking at the painting unframed. So if you wanted it framed, it would look like this. So you can go ahead onto the Sprucehead Island Live Art Show. You can check out immediately if you're interested in this painting. If you would like to discuss it with me in more detail, then let me just show you the back. So you can see it's all ready to go, wired for hanging. If you ever wanted to discuss my artwork in more detail, reach out to me. You can ping me here on Instagram at egilmanart, and we can set up a video consultation and get you to where you need to be. Here's another painting inspired by Sprucehead Island in Maine. It's kind of by Camden, I want to say. I'm not a Maine expert. Oh, I see that Tally Rose has joined. Let me wave. So this is a little bit more of an interpretation of the way Maine looks to me. So you can see I did a little bit of a interesting color palette here. Again, it is signed on the lower right. It is painted on the edges. Again, if you did want it framed, I do have a frame that I just happen to have, which would look actually pretty good. So just let me know if you're interested in that. What am I trying to do? So that's what it would look like framed if you wanted a black wooden frame. Okay, so I'm going to keep moving along. So these were direct results of my trip to Maine, to Sprucehead Island. Here I go. All right, so the next artwork that I'm going to show you is Coastal Sunset. It's a small piece. It's actually on canvas board, so you can see the back. I just framed it in this pewter frame with the black edges, which I think makes it look very nice. It's 8 inches by 10 inches, so with the frame it's just a little bit bigger. So you could, I'm sure, find a spot for it if you like it. It's, again, inspired by that craggy coast of Maine. You can see the bright sunset colors, and I'll just swoop around so you can see some detail here. All right, so what is next? So I am following along. So number 4 is Maine coast. You might see some similarity to this with coastal sunset. So it's the same idea of the beautiful Maine coastline. Here it is. Okay. So, of course, the framing is all optional. This is a monotype on paper. I'll explain what that is. Okay. Let me bring this up close. So you can see there's some very rich, dark charcoal colors that you get from the etching ink. So a monotype is a process where you apply ink, in this case onto a zinc metal plate. I use a variety of tools, so I use my fingers, brushes, cardboard, paper towels, etc. to get the image that I want. Then I take special printmaking paper, in this case Strathmore paper, and I wet it, put it down on top of the plate, and then hand pull it through a printing press. So you get the reverse image. You see that it's signed here. You also see, maybe you can see, the embossed edges, which is why the mat has a little bit of a gap where it's signed in pencil. That's very standard for any printmaking. So this is Maine coast. Just wanted to explain the process, and let me move along. Hope everyone's enjoying this beautiful day. It is really gorgeous. Okay, so next is my big lobster. So what could be more Maine than a big lobster, or maybe not so big, but it's probably going to be too big for this space. This is also a monotype on paper, actually on Arches paper. I have it framed and matted with, I want to say, a UV resistant non-glare plexi. So I can ship it. Shipping is free, by the way. So I did this, but I did this with as a subtractive method. So instead of applying ink onto a plate, I actually rolled ink and covered the entire large plate in this case, and then I removed the ink. So it's just a slightly different method, a subtractive method. You can see there's a lot of interesting marks. These were made by cardboard. Then I have some brushwork. And it's a very stylized, oversized lobster in black and white, which I think is fun. Everybody can do a red lobster, but who can do a black and white monochromatic lobster is what I want to know. All right. So here's another monotype coming up. It's called Emerald Coast. Take the wire, but that's all right. All right, so Emerald Coast, again, you can always adjust the matting and the framing. I happen to have it in black, so it's like a little jewel box. And this time it is a monotype. You'd still get those grungy black ink marks, but I carefully applied watercolor and pastel to give it these jewel tones while keeping the integrity of the ink. So this is Emerald Coast. Again, all of these are special pricing for a short amount of time. I'll probably close this out in about a week. I have to decide what I want to do. Okay, so Emerald Coast. Let's see, I think I just have 3 more. Yeah, okay, good. So I just finished Poppies by the Sea. Everybody loves poppies. I certainly do. So cheery, and especially during the pandemic, everybody needs to be cheered up. So again, a monotype with watercolor and pastel. I'll just come up close. You can see the bright, bright poppies. There's a sun with the glistening water from the reflection of the sun. There's some interesting aquas and purples. And the sky is very soft and muted, but you can definitely see the gray tone that is the ink underneath it, which is cool. And then lots of just interesting line work here along the bottom where you see the foliage and the poppies. So this is Poppies by the Sea. Let me put in the next one. This one I taped the back also. Okay, so again, a black and white monotype on paper. This is on Strathmore paper. Awakening Sea, again, you get those rich tones. I have it actually signed on the mat, but it's signed on the paper underneath as well. And then you get these rays that are maybe a sun shower or, oh wait, this is sun shower. Huh, there you go. All right, so sun shower, not Awakening Sea, that's my next one. You guys need to help me with titles. Hard being an artist coming up with names for everything. I know Tally Rose knows this because, especially when you do abstracts, it can be a little bit challenging. All right, so that is sun shower. I love this piece, very optimistic to me. You get that craggy coastline, you get a little hint of the weather. There's some little trees off into the distance. Okay, and then last but not least, here is Awakening Sea, black and white, monotype again. Contemporary frame in this case. So these are just some interesting cloud effects. So I actually created those with solvent, which is sort of a fun technique. It is a fun technique, not sort of. And more of the craggy coast, foliage, etc. So that's the scoop, guys. I'm gonna put this video out on the Sprucehead Island Live Art Show landing page. Check out any of the artwork that you might be interested in. Follow me on Gilman Art, or I'm also on Facebook at eGilB. Sign up for my newsletter, www.emilygilmanbeezley.com. Thank you so much and have a great day.